Hello, I'm Justin, your resident dungeon master, and I am running the game for everyone tonight. The game is Dresden Files RPG, a RPG system that came out a while ago that is very much based in the Jim Butcher Dresden File universe, a sort of supernatural Buffy X-File-ish universe where everything you've heard of is real and living just below the veil of reality. This campaign takes place directly after Campaign 1. I intend to do a Campaign 1 recap, but the long and the short of it is our four main heroes, Volus, Jean-Paul, Jack, and Alfred, had saved the day from Jean-Paul's evil stepbrother who had machinations to pit one group of vampires against the other to the detriment of the city and to his own power to create a power vacuum for himself. They defeated him and his attempt to also summon a deep eldritch god. So that happened. But all the characters at the end of the campaign went off into their own disparate directions, to Germany, to the Never Never, and so on and so forth. Alfred and Jean-Paul stayed in Ottawa, but for different reasons, doing different things. Now the story takes place 1 year later, where everyone wakes up in a frozen hellscape in the far north with a downed airplane, smoke rising, and no one knowing how they got there. They all thus wake up, and from here, try and make decisions. Now, unfortunately, the first 5 minutes of the original campaign got lost, so all that little flavor of me introing the characters and one by one explaining what happens and what they see individually is lost. So I hope you enjoy. The campaign kind of just starts from here. Dresden Files RPG is a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy watching it as much as we enjoy playing it. All right, cheers.
Wow.
My phone's
There we go. Now we're recording.
Welcome back.
Jeepers.
Wow.
Oh, we didn't notice you missing. We noticed the recording screen missing, and then you.
Okay.
Why aren't we recording? We're like making fun of you and shit. And you weren't responding to us.
Yes. Aaron, Bob, Jordan, wake up in the frozen tundra wasteland. Airplane crashed. Yada yada yada. You're looking around. You've
I got a 5 for conviction.
You got a 5 for conviction.
Yeah.
Very good. When you call out to it, if you feel as though the connection is still vaguely there, but it's somehow been distanced from you. You can't quite make out what it is that's made it distant, whether it's physically distant or some sort of magic field you're in, but there's something that, you know, Kevin's around somewhere. You can feel his presence.
Looking for the nearest person who appears to require assistance.
I asked you.
You go up to a person to the left. Give me an alertness, actually. I'll tell you.
Okay.
And actually, it would be scholarship if you have it for helping them once you can find someone.
Okay. I got an 8 for alertness.
Hey,
Sorry, I'll give you 2 seconds in
there
here.
are a lot of people that are
There's a piece of
injured.
paper.
There's a man who's injured, a woman who's injured. There's a Jamaican fellow there that looks fairly injured. There's a couple of there's 2 monks that you see on the ground. They look fairly injured. They're unconscious. You see what looks like a large Norse guy on the ground who's injured, as well as a younger woman. She's there. Doesn't look like she's in good position, but you notice 2 people, one that you know in particular you've met. Oh God, are we frozen again?
Oh, does your work for medical? That's cool.
Wow, this internet is not stable.
No, it's terrible. I mean,
Yeah,
for
scholarship
Sean
is
Cable, I
medical.
was just saying that. I mean, does he have like dial-up?
I don't know. I don't know why it's so bad right now. It's impressively bad today.
Are you plugged in with a wire or using the Wi-Fi?
I'm using that Wi-Fi plug-in card, the D-Link one.
Can you just run a cable?
Across the house.
Ah, so no.
So anyway, what was the last words I said?
I rolled 5 for the scholarship check to start assisting people with injuries.
Which person do you want to help? The middle-aged man,
whichever one appears to be in the most dire condition.
I have a piercing.
I would say the middle-aged man looks the most hurt,
Oh,
and
fuck him. He's in part of the party.
then the older woman looks fairly hurt as well.
Okay, going for the middle-aged man first.
And you rolled the 5, you said?
Yes.
And how are you helping them?
Basically, since she's not super worried about the cold, she's gonna start. What kind of injury is it?
The middle-aged man's arm is twisted backwards, and his side of his face, his cheekbone looks crushed in.
Oof, Jesus.
Maybe you should smother him.
He's still breathing. There's a huge gash on his other arm that's bleeding. That if it's not attended to, he's just going to bleed out in the snow.
Okay. She is going, since she's gonna take a quick glance around, and will use 2 charges to try and heal this person without anyone noticing. What the
Two
hell she's
charges
doing.
on a pure mortal is a full heal. His arm back down. The gash just heals right up, and his face pops back out. And he shakes his head and looks around, and he's just like,
Are you okay?
"Where am I?"
Think you bumped your head?
Don't exactly know exactly where we are at the moment, but I'm glad to see that you're doing better.
It's not Ottawa. Where?
We
How did
appear
I-
to be somewhere very snowy. And she's going to quickly move over to the female, the older woman.
He stands up. At this point, Leo and Brandon, you wake up. So Alfred and Volus, you come too. And there's a few other people you notice kind of getting up as well. You're relatively uninjured. You, Brandon, Volus, you're not far from what looks like Ansel. Ansel Dag is there.
Okay, I'll go check on him.
He stands up. He's like, "Where's my sword?
I
Holy
don't-
shit! How are you here?
Anyone
Where the
notice I have a piercing? Am I chopped liver?
You have a piercing somewhere?
Yeah, through my shoulder.
Oh, you can just pull that out.
Just like nothing.
Yeah.
Bleed out the
You're a
spot.
white course. You could just yank that sucker and focus on healing.
I yank out my new friend, and I yell Kevin at the top of my lungs.
Yeah. You can hear there's someone in the plane trying to open a door. They're banging. You go to the woman. She's knocked unconscious. She is bleeding from her forehead, so it actually looks worse than it is.
Okay, for that, she'll use conventional
Yeah.
first aid.
She wakes up.
Pressure on that.
She's like, where are we?
I don't exactly know, but just take it easy. You took a pretty bad bump on the head.
Is he
Last
fully
I-
healed?
Justin,
Yeah.
I opened the site.
Okay. You open the site and you can see what looks like waves of faint magic you're unfamiliar with, kind of everywhere. You can see some people. The person in the airplane banging on the door is putting off like strong wizardy magic.
Shit.
Like he's obviously a person who's naturally magical, panicking.
It's like Ichabus Bichabus. He's gonna blow the door down. All right, can I stand up and hear this person panicking as well?
Yeah, everyone, you can hear him panicking. You also start noticing the people around you now that it's kind of calmed down. Amanda, your character Neria wakes up as well. Dear God, why is my internet so bad? It doesn't make much sense that it's this bad. Why is my internet so bad?
There he
Welcome
is.
back.
Hey, should I log on Zoom and host for you? I can do it on your
guys cut
computer
out?
here.
Do you guys cut out?
No,
Oh,
I'm
none
fine.
of us cut out, only you.
Yeah, so it's my internet. It has nothing to do with hosting.
Oh, that's straight on the internet, isn't it? You're using more kilowatts or gigawatts?
Same amount of data coming in and out.
Then that sells that. Yeah, it doesn't need your computer.
Anyway,
Justin, you've got to go back to Kelowna.
It's true. I do really. We got the good internet there. Becky with
Yeah.
the good internet.
It's your internet, Justin.
It's a
Back
thousand
to
and a thousand.
civilization.
So Neria wakes up, and you can see all these people up and walking around. This plane crash, the snow coming down and everything. And you immediately recognize one of the people walking around is Jackie.
Okay,
What
I'm
about the guy
gonna-
panicking?
I'm gonna go see Jackie.
Yeah. You
I
walk.
want to take the post of my armor, try to get that guy out.
Yeah, you pull the post out, no problem, and we'll go to you in a second.
Okay.
You walk over to Jackie, and he's like, "What's going on?" Some
I don't know. I was wondering if you knew.
There's some sort of weirdness going on right now.
Hmm. Very much so. Do you know any of the others?
I know the Italian fellow over there, Rocco. He didn't look
Okay.
too good a few minutes ago.
Hmm.
But that girl, the Russian girls, helped him.
Okay.
For much longer.
He's like, there's something vaguely dreamlike about this place.
Well, if I'm here, it's pretty certain it's dreamlike.
And I was thinking something very similar myself. Seeing you in the snow, I thought maybe someone else was dreaming of you. Now that we're talking. He's like, hold on a second. And his visage changes. He becomes thinner. His ears point. His eyes go vaguely violet. And he shimmers for a second as if he's trying to wake from the dream. You've seen people jump from mines to mines before. And as he tries to jump out of the world, he just shudders there, shaking in and out of reality. And then he pops back. He's like, I could see my body. There's someone in the room with me.
That's
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Sorry,
Were
sorry.
you able to tell who?
I couldn't see them. I tried to
Got
wake up. I don't know what's going on. But if we don't wake up soon, if they've got something making us stay asleep, we're going to starve to death. Maybe possibly literally everyone here.
Hmm. True. So we've really got to figure out what's going on. Do you
I don't
think
think
any of
any-
the others might possibly know at all?
I don't think anyone here knows they're in a dream either. I think they think we literally crashed.
Freezing down here.
I'm gonna take a look around at the people's faces.
Yeah, everyone looks upset. The woman that Anastasia helped is she's crying. The guy that he pointed out, the Italian fellow, looks like he's trying to figure out the situation, like he's trying to math out what's going on. You notice a few people you've met before. You see JP walking around. It's an odd collection of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would assume it's fairly safe to say that nobody else here knows what's going on. There's a couple people that I recognize, but this is quite an odd group.
I do agree. I've seen people connected psychically before. So many people brought into one dream's very odd.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
This has got to be somebody with a lot of power.
I'm going to try and connect to Guppy in the real world. Just make sure I don't get attacked or anything. And he sits down, goes that same very svelte look with the pointed ears, closes his eyes and begins just shuddering there as he's trying to connect to Guppy.
Okay.
Right. JP, you said you wanted to go see what the guy in the airplane hull.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the thing out and try to get him out of the airplane with my shaft from my shoulder.
You go
While
in.
concentrating on healing.
Yeah. So you go into the. You'll give him a hand. You see Volus there, someone you haven't seen in about a year, and Volus walks over to help you as you walk into the airplane. Both of you see a man, maybe about 22. He's looks very hurt, like he banged his head, like he's been tossed around. And there's the metal door inside the airplane, and for the life of him, he's trying to pull it open. He's like, it's the only way. We have to get into that. It's got everything we need to survive. We have to get in there. We're gonna die if we don't get into there.
So he's outside the plane trying to get inside the plane.
He's in the hull of the plane at the center and the back. There's like what looks like a cabin door to the front of the airplane, and he's trying to get into the cabin of the airplane.
Oh. Easy there, big feller. Why do you need to get in there so bad? It's just a radio. Nothing's gonna work.
I need you to roll either empathy or possibly
Conviction?
No, it'd be a presence. You'd want to do a presence if you could.
Oh, I got presents. I'm gonna do presents.
Okay.
I got the presents.
Fairly good, actually.
2 plus 4, 5, 6.
You beat him by 1. So he stops what he's doing with what you're saying with easy there, big guy. And he turns to you and like shakes his head. He's like, we have to get in. It's the only way we can survive is we have to get in.
Do you know how to use any of that equipment?
It's man, you don't understand. They died like years ago here. Like it's the exact same situation again. I don't know how this is happening.
You've been through this already.
When I was like 12, I was in an airplane crash. We were going over the north to the Arctic.
Do you remember where we were flying from on this flight?
We have to be going to the Arctic Circle. My parents were researchers. It's the same airplane. It's the same crash. It's the same break. I can't find them. I can't. We got out because we got to the radio. We got to the radio. We opened the door and we called for help. We're not going to survive unless we can contact the outside world.
Okay. And do you? How do I say? Do you remember this face on the last crash? Do you remember a handsome French guy? So this is different but the same. I will help you open this door.
And it's obviously not the same thing.
I do not remember getting on this flight either, man.
Shut the fuck up, man. We just got to get in there, okay?
All right, you stay calm.
Just help me with the goddamn door.
How did you get in last time?
He goes back to the door and starts pulling at it.
I reach around him and use my inhuman strength to open the door.
All right, so I'll use your inhuman strength, roll for it, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah, the door's gonna explode or something stupid.
No, I
got a 1. So 1 plus my might. So 3. So 3 plus 2. So I got 5.
When you pull on the door, you get magical feedback. Right? The door doesn't move, and you feel the full might of your strength that it doesn't make any logical sense. There's some sort of magic on this door.
So only he can open it.
That should be the conclusions, because Orlis, do you remember getting on a plane? Because I have not seen you in over a year, and I do not remember being at an airport. I remember calling you. How the fuck are we here with this magic door?
Don't remember needing to be on a plane at any point.
I remember jerking off, and now I'm here. This makes no sense. This is not my bed. That is not my cum stain. I do not know this guy, and the door is magic.
The last thing, give me
You fed him yet, right?
Give me
I apologize, ladies. I really do. Do you guys regret this yet in any way, shape,
No.
or form?
Why?
No,
I
it's
am.
fine.
I am a French man. I am very open. Yes.
Give me a scholarship, Brandon, for Volus, if you have anything.
Roll. I don't have scholarship, so 3.
All right. Ansel walks in and sees what you're doing. And
Which one's Ansel?
Ansel Dag works for Monarch Society. He's the guy who replaced Volus when he went to Germany.
Yeah,
He's the one that knows what he's doing.
You would have had to deal with him for the last year.
Yeah, you would know Ansel off and on.
Okay.
When you were going for like a move for power and stuff, Rocco had a lot of like union guys and whatnot, and they were doing a bunch of stuff, and they had found some magic items. Ansel's the one who got involved with any magic items that the union guys found while digging. Right? So anyway, Brandon, you said you rolled a 1?
3.
Oh, a 3? Okay,
Yeah.
Last thing you remember was getting an assignment to go to Australia, and you were in Germany.
So I got to go down under.
Yeah, the last thing.
Down under?
Yeah, you had dealt with the kobolds, and you got an assignment that the next assignment would be going to Australia, and you hadn't taken it, but it's definitely an option you could have taken. But anyway, you were going to sleep on it, and now you're here.
Okay, that's kind of weird even for me. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Ansel kind of looks around and he says, "What do you think's going on?"
Uh, your guess is as good as mine. I have absolutely no idea. I wasn't anywhere near an airplane when I fell asleep.
He gets down on his haunches, takes his finger and some of the dirt that's on the ground and does a sigil. And then the sigil just does nothing. He's like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea where we might be. Earlier, I was dreaming of naked girls, and now I still feel like I am dreaming. Does that make any sense to you? Like I'm here, but I'm like sluggish and not here. And I
Ansel,
pulled a post out of my arm, and it's healed.
Yeah.
This is kind of weird.
Ansel says Jean Paul, right?
We.
Yeah. I
He's here.
apologize for what I did. Sorry about that. And then we'll jump to Leo. What are you doing there, Alfred?
I missed so much in the last story.
Well, I was sleeping when I went down, so you got to tell me what happens.
So you're in the snow right now. You wake up. Faye is there with you.
Who's with me?
Faye Long, the
Okay.
monk.
Yeah.
You're not far from each other. He seems fairly hurt. You seem fairly hurt, but not real. Not so bad that I'd make you take points. But you battered and bruised, tossed about, sore.
Okay. How's Fei Long looking?
He looks the same, and he looks genuinely confused. And when
I
he
look
sees,
at him.
when he see he goes very calm very quickly. Like you see for a second he's freaking out, and then he just zones it away.
Okay. So I look at him and I say, "What's the last thing you remember, my friend?"
I remember making tea for everyone, sitting down, listening to what you had said with the Ogopogo recently. And that was it. Last I checked, I was meditating in the tea room after that.
Okay. So who else do I see around me?
You see Rocco, Volis, you see a woman you don't recognize. You see the new Monarch field agent that you've spent some time with, Ansel. You see him walking into the hull of the airplane. You see a bunch of people, mostly that you recognize the faces of. There's a new girl and a Jamaican-looking fellow who's over. And when you see the Jamaican fellow, he sits down and he just starts phasing. What looks like phasing in and out of reality.
And what's the shape of the plane like?
Ripped in two, no wings. You're just at the cab, right at the front.
Is the fuselage ripped in two?
Yeah, it's like you can see smoke way off in the distance.
And what do my so-called friends look like?
Everyone looks to be in some form of disarray. Like they all seem like they're either upset, trying to figure out what's going on. Like you're friends with people who do shit, you know what I mean? So everyone looks like they're trying to do something.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first thing I should do is make sure Fei Long's okay. Check up on the other three.
Faye immediately, once he says he's fine, he's like, I'm going to go scout the area. And he runs, and as he runs, he ends up on top of the snow, and he runs on top of the snow without leaving imprints, heading north.
Of course, light feather, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the snow. The first thing we need is heat, so I'm gonna probably find some place to make a fire, so we don't freeze to death.
You easily find seats that you can put back to back that have ripped off. You light them up, and you start finding more refuse to throw into the fire to keep the fire burning. But you know this isn't a permanent solution.
No, but we need heat as the stand so we don't freeze our asses off.
Yeah. Rocco immediately starts helping you. The Karen girls goes into the fuselage to see what you guys are doing. Jack, what are you doing?
Why don't we just get Jack to
Do I
start?
feel cold?
Yeah, well, the thing about the cold is you notice when you focus on it, it's not a physical cold, it's a mental cold.
Yeah.
The thing that's
I want to
a memory of cold.
I want to push my senses against this this spell work.
All right. You want to push your senses against the spell works?
Yeah, basically I want to use my magic against this, like, because I can see that there's magic about.
Yeah, everything seems to be
Because
magic.
right away I'm like, I don't get on planes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling cold. I shouldn't.
That concept, I shouldn't get on planes, you can see when you opened your eye, you could see the magic coming off someone, and it's like a strong magic. So you're like, 2 of us on a plane? That's not a good idea.
Yeah. Plus, I don't remember getting on a plane, so there's all sorts of problems with this. So that magic is what I'm feeling is a problem.
Mhm.
So I want to push mine against it.
Okay. When you push it, your mind against it, I will need a lore roll.
That is 7.
You've heard of this type of magic, people talking about meditating into other planes of existence. When you push against it, you realize that you're in a dream state. And you begin to wonder, is everyone here present in your dreams? But some of them have been for the past year, no matter where you've been, whether that's with Maeve or wherever. Every now and again, you have a dream where you see Alfred, you see Ansel, you see Volus, you see Jack, right? Every now and again, you have this dream, and in the dream, you see Ansel walking to each person and touching their forehead, and then the dream ends. In fact, having just described that, all 4 of you have that dream, reoccurring dream of Ansel checking in on you in a room. Sometimes the room's the bedroom you grew up in. Sometimes it's a diner that you're all eating at. But the dream's always the same, where Ansel shows up and touches you each in the forehead.
Did I see Ansel walk into the fuselage?
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to go and have words.
All right, Aaron, what do you want to do?
Once I've gotten the middle-aged woman patched up and over to Alfred's heat source, she sort of pauses and looks at Alfred. It's like, "Oh, Alfred, it's so good to see you."
Oh yeah, I didn't before remember this, Kate.
I just look dazed.
I'm a little confused as well. Don't worry.
How do I know you? Do you care to jog my memory?
You have my journal?
It would have been about 3 months ago. Bob showed up with a random Russian girl and asked if he could see that journal at some point.
Journals that your family's been holding on to for
Yeah, I understand. I don't recall I wasn't here for game 0, remember? So I gotta catch up on that. Yes.
Is that man over there? She points over at JP.
Yeah.
He brought me to you, and you had my journal.
Yes, the journal.
It's good to see you again.
It is good to see you. Well, I would say good to see you, but I'm pretty sure there are better circumstances to meet either than whatever this is, and I just make a waving motion.
True, very true. She just sort of like looks over at the crash site in general. Does anyone else need medical attention?
No one seems to. You notice one of the monks off in the distance, kind of cresting a hill, just bounces like
he's walking in water.
Just bounces this guy off in the far distance, just getting smaller and smaller as he goes away.
He's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well,
there goes Pablo. I was about to go back in the fuselage. Do you have anything else to say?
I suppose shelter will be needed, yes?
Yes. That should be our second.
She reaches into her pocket, and she would normally keep like a packet of like acorns there.
Okay.
Are they there in the dream?
Are they magical?
No, they're just regular acorns.
Roll a conviction for me.
Okay. I shall do that.
I want. Did we
3.
lose
Yeah,
Bob?
yeah, we lost Bob. He can get back in though.
I got 3.
They're magically delicious.
All right, we'll go back to Amanda and Neria. Neria, what are you gonna do?
I'm quite literally just gonna stand guard until Jackie comes back.
It's about that point where you're kind of like looking around and nobody says anything when Jackie faces back into reality, turns back into a normal looking man, and he says, I tried to connect the guppy, but it's not working. There's something, they've done something to trap us here.
It's really weird.
I've never been able, like, I can see my body. I'm still connected to it, but they've done something to block me from returning to it. We should probably go see what the others are doing. Make sure that, see if they know anything. The one guy over there, and he points to Rocco, who was walked over to the fire. It says, we have to keep an eye out for that guy. That guy's has bad news. He'll try something. I guarantee it. Whatever's going on, it's probably connected to him.
Good to know. Do you want to spread out to talk to people or stay together?
I think you and I should stay together. I think we know each other. We know what's going on. He says as he looks around. He has one yellow eye and one blue eye. He looks around. And his cat Guppy has the same thing, by the way. He's like, I have no idea. He's like, we stick together. We gain information together. You'll help me. I'll help you. Maybe you'll think something I don't, or whatever. If we're in a dream state, these people don't stand a chance without us. They're essentially fucked without us.
One would say his cat is familiar to him.
Yeah. So he heads towards the fire to talk to the monk, the Russian girl, and the Italian.
I go with him.
And he kind of looks to you to see if you're going to talk first.
Sure. I'm just gonna walk up to him and say, hey, does anybody have any clue what's going on?
I'm afraid I've got absolutely no clue.
The Italian guy goes, I think we've gotten ourselves in quite a pickle here, don't you?
I would agree with that.
He looks to Leo, to Alfred, and then he looks to Jackie and he goes, aren't you supposed to be in the fish market right now? And Jackie goes, some bad mojo.
So
Jackie just kind of nods and like almost takes a step back from Rocco. Like when he said he was bad mojo, his body language conveys that as well. He doesn't want to be too close to that man.
So if I am sitting by the fire trying to meditate and gather my thoughts together, do I feel anything different than when I normally would meditate and gather and get my thoughts together?
No, in fact, you find it easier. The second you start meditating, the cold immediately disappears. It's as if you're able to clear that section out of your mind. And part of you kind of feels like maybe the cold isn't even real.
Has anything like this ever happened in my past that would trigger me to know something is not?
Yeah, roll a lore for me.
Yeah. I got 0.
You've done meditation before, to varying degrees of success, particularly when you were at the temple on the Yangtze there, in the Taoist temple. You've learned to meditate, but there is some sort of whether it's the jarring nature of the way you woke up or just the fact that you immediately realized the cold wasn't real, there's something odd about it that's blocking you in the end.
can I voice this concern to my friends?
You can say anything you want.
I'll just go, I'll wake up, I'll open my eyes and this doesn't seem right. Not that we are here doesn't seem right. This entire event doesn't seem right. What were the last things you all remembered before we woke up?
I was sleeping in an alley like I usually do.
I had gone unconscious.
Hey, Justin, did
Hey, are you there? Is everybody there? What is happening? Oh God! Any second now.
Well,
Oh.
okay. So
The
so you know
boy's
what's
dream.
going on, Bob.
This guy, he says he's already done this before. He's already done on this crash in this plane with his parents when he was 12. So,
so we're probably in his memory.
We're in his dream and his memory. And to get past this scene, they had to get to the door to get help. And we cannot get past this scene because the door is magic and it will not open.
Have
Where
you
is he?
considered trying to go through something that is not a door?
No, this is as far as I have come. And I thought I'd report back to you because
It's good to see you again, by the way. She
Where
like
is he
walks
from?
over and pats JP on the head.
That's awesome. You there, Jordan?
That is
Hi.
lovely.
Hey,
Hey, Justin's back.
we have been talking behind your back.
I saw that. Good role play. I was really enjoying it. All right, is everyone gathered by the fire, kind of discussing what's going on now?
We
some
were
of them.
talking
Yes.
about
Some of us are in
the boy.
fuselage.
Within, what are you doing, Volus?
I'm in the airplane. We were just trying to get that door open. We haven't really stopped doing that.
So,
We figured out that
Anastasia went into the airplane to talk to you two, or did JP
No, I
leave?
was talking to JP came back out.
Okay. All right,
Did
how do
I
you want
have
to?
those acorns, by the way?
Yeah, they were there. You ate them. They're fine.
I wasn't gonna eat them.
What were you gonna do with them?
Oh,
I was gonna plant them and make us some shelter.
you cannot throw them and turn somebody to stone?
No, I just make them grow.
I like
Big
it when you
life.
make things grow, haha, if you know what I mean.
Ugh.
You
Enchanté.
remind me a lot of Marquis, you know that?
It is hard being French, but I am very active.
All right, Jack, what are you doing?
Well, so when I get in the fuselage, I see that guy pounding on the door.
Yeah,
And this
I see
dream.
Volus, and then I see
Hansel.
Hansel. I'm gonna walk up and say, Hansel. And the second he turns, I'm gonna cross him right across the chin.
Oh, I
Sweet.
like this idea.
Give me a fist roll.
Oh, it's not great. Where's my fists? I know I took it. I have a 2 in fists, so that's 3.
You got a 3?
Yeah.
Just as you come in for the swing, you see him move his back foot sideways. He steps back, and then he just accepts that you're going to hit him one way or another, and there's no point in fighting this. And you see he steadies his jaw and just lets you whack him.
Okay.
He takes the
I feel
hit.
better knowing it happened.
He takes the hit, goes, you know, we didn't spend a lot of time together back in Ottawa, but I am truly sorry for what I've done.
Yeah, let's get in on that. What the fuck did you do?
I came across some interesting magic where you could tie people's minds together, and I figured I'd put together a team for Volus there in case something were to happen to him. And didn't realize it would tie me into it as well. I thought it was something I could do for other people, but it's just not how that kind of magic works. So you guys are kind of, how do I put this? You know, connected.
Oh, okay. So then let's get into the more pressing question of who the fuck is everyone else here? And who is that? And I point at the guy smashing on the door because that's power.
He turns around back against the door and slides down the door, puts his hands in his face and starts crying, the guy at the door.
He's not unconscious?
No, he's not unconscious, but he's upset. Like Ansel, however, kind of looks at him and goes, I have the sneaking suspicion that that guy might be the reason the plane went down.
Well, the
There's
last time
no plane.
he was only 12. He was a little boy.
Yeah. But I see a lot of magic coming off of him, and if I know anything about wizards.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
he
we
does
don't
not know
fly.
he's a wizard and he hacks the plane.
Actually, Jack, can I talk to you privately for a second about something?
Sure.
And he walks to the back away from earshot, and he leans in and he says, I'm pretty sure that kid's a warlock. Not that you ain't, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Yeah, well, I get my reports straight from up top, you know?
I'm unclassified.
Yeah, well, Monarch's got their own files that we ain't reporting to the White Council, so I'm just
good.
saying, I'm pretty sure that kid's a warlock.
So,
Does he know?
I don't think that guy knows anything about what he can do. I've seen wizards upset and they throw a lot of magic around. He's banging at a door with his fists.
yeah, well, there's a problem. If this is his dream,
You do
and
think
your
it's the same,
stupid fucking thing got us in here,
yeah.
how did you connect us with him?
I don't think that's how that works. I think there's someone in Ottawa that it's overlapped on. And when that, whichever one of you in Ottawa, or not Ottawa or Germany, wherever that kid is, one of you got connected in it and it dragged everyone else in. But there's a lot of Ottawa faces here. So I'm going to take a wild fucking guess and say that kid's in Ottawa and he somehow dragged us all into his dream.
If we kill him, will he wake up?
Might end the dream state. Might leave us in the void. I don't even know if we're in a proper dream at all, to be honest. I know this magic that I've done connects us psychically. It's a psychic spell, so people can't attack
Okay.
you. It's the way you can tell people are still them. You're still psychically connected.
So then we should pool resources before we kill him.
Can I hear any of this
Just in case.
conversation? Is this fully private?
Do a stealth if you want to hear it.
I have what to hear this.
I will roll for Ansel. You roll for Jack.
Has to be stealth.
Yeah, you got to beat our stat.
Cunt.
My stealth.
2.
2, 0.
I got a -3. So if you want to overhear this conversation, you could like pop your head around the corner and be like, "What did I just hear?" So
Welcome back.
Okay.
I was going to
Hey.
say that you could listen in on the conversation because we all failed our stealth.
How far away do you have to be to hear it?
Well, you're
I
outside
kind
there.
of popped my
a
head over and
kilometer
they busted
away.
me.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking because the last time I was checking is JP was with us near the fire.
JP has, yeah, exactly. So
Did I
JP would have
slither?
had to have gone in. You would have, if he left to go in, you would have seen him leave to go in.
Yeah, I slithered. Like slithering.
But what'd you roll for your stealth?
2.
If you want to see him leave, you got to roll an alertness higher than that.
I thought this 2 roll would go nowhere. She fucking looked up pretty good. Like I rolled a 2. Fuck. Oh, you got it. Yay.
I actually have stealth, but I rolled 2 negatives.
Yeah, I rolled the -3 with nothing to stealth. So what'd you roll, Amanda?
Yeah.
I ended up with a 5.
Holy
That-
shit.
So that's for your alertness. I think you have a 3 in alertness, don't you?
Yeah.
So you did the dice -4. Okay. You easily see JP skulk off, poke his head in, slink into the fuselage of the broken airplane. So if you want to follow him, you're welcome to it. He didn't do a job so good that you missed seeing where he's going.
I
I
mean,
have nothing for stealth either. I'm a big, tall French guy that's handsome from a distance.
Yeah,
I irradiate in the snow.
There he is.
his stealth is not a very good trait for a vampire to have.
Yeah, you want to be noticed as a vampire. All right, so
Yeah, I'm gonna tap Jackie and then follow JP.
Yeah, so Jackie's gonna excuse himself politely to Rocco and the woman and Alfred and Anastasia and head off with you.
Okay.
Bob, you overhear them talking about this guy possibly being a warlock and whatnot. So
I cannot help but overhear because I followed you. And
Jesus Christ, guy, what are you made of? Darkness?
well, I have no comment on that because I believe in our Lord Jesus Christ. But I
Uh-huh.
will say that I can drain this man quite quickly and help you in endeavors. I just need to get my how you say hands on his flesh.
Yeah, but your hands aren't here.
But my spirit is.
Yeah, fit. Come on, catch up to the class.
Come on now.
Are you an energy vampire now? Is that what that
I
is?
have a deep, dark powers
He's always
deep
been
inside of me.
Hey, come here. JP, come over here. Give me your hand.
Oh, yeah, hit him.
Hit me with that good stuff.
Should I roll for it, or are we just gonna fucking?
You have to roll for it. Ansel's just gonna let you try and drain him.
All right. So, tell me about your sins. What is your greatest sin, my man?
Okay, roll for it.
Did you desire?
You burn.
I'm gonna roll my eyes at her.
Rocco
It is a
goes,
pest.
Rocco goes, if there's 6 doors and 6 people, which of us are the 6? There's more than 6 people here.
Well, you're barely a person, so I would not include you.
Rocco looks to each of you and looks to Karen and goes, I don't know much yet, but apparently 6 of you have been chosen, if that's what it sounds like.
Where are everyone?
Well,
Like, where was everyone when we went unconscious?
I was in my bed.
Yeah, Rocco says I was at my house.
Less general, more city, country.
oh
Ottawa.
shit.
Karen says Ottawa.
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 Okay, so that's
Home sweet home.
Daniel, who's kind of awake and sitting there kind of tied up from Jackie to the chair, he goes, Ottawa.
Ottawa.
okay. I was in Dresden, Germany. That's where I was, right, Justin?
Yeah. What about you, Jack? Says Ansel.
Oh damn.
I don't know where that is.
I need to wake up. I need to wake up now.
Were you driving?
No, I was somewhere cold.
Oh, there might be someone very upset with you.
Jackie pipes in and goes, if we don't all wake up soon, we might just starve to death. Time can be very linear in the dreams. It can also be very quick. From what I can tell,
Starving.
what I can tell is it's moving pretty slow compared to outside.
Do you guys want to go towards the door, or should I start draining this man until he passes away?
Okay. We might need this guy.
Rocco pipes in and goes, killing him might not do anything. You might just leave him dummied.
If we're
I am very much against killing someone.
Oh, he will be very
Wait,
close.
hold
but
up.
not gone.
Wait. Is Volus Volus is in the cabin right now, right?
Yeah, everyone's
Everybody is.
Everyone is.
Okay, Volus, try summoning the Pengu Fu. I can summon.
I
And
don't
pull
have
out the
a
green destiny.
needed connection with it. I just know how to use it.
You would have had a connection with it. You've been using it for like days.
You're
Like,
attuned to
naturally
it.
you would've-
It's a real.
Yeah. You would have naturally been attuned to it after using it for so long.
And he walks over to you, Bob. He walks over to Jean-Paul, Faye does, and goes, I found this in the snow, by the way, and hands you a cell phone, a slate cell phone. As soon as you touch the phone, it goes, oh, God, I thought I was lost forever. What up, buddy?
What up, Kevin? You are full
God.
of hope? Who wants some pie?
Oh, buddy, you know what I love.
Oh god, that means
Oh, fuck.
Your name is Jack. Yes?
My name is John.
oh, of all the shit. You
What? I just your power. I've seen it.
Can we deal with this debt another time?
We need to make your avatar appear. You're so invisible.
Oh my god.
Kevin, what do you see?
What
I don't
are
know,
you
man.
talking about?
I don't know. I can't connect to anything outside of this realm.
I take him outside. Do you see the doors?
No, all I see is some weird magical fields going on. It's weird. I can't see other phones. I can't see anyone else other than the people here. And there's the thing up in the sky. Put me on your chest, lover. Look up.
I look straight up and I point the phone at the sky.
And you see
Please.
what looks like a zeppelin, but it's not a zeppelin. It has legs, and it has tusks, and it has a trunk and big ears and fur. And it makes, for the first time you see it, this like elephant noise as it circles back around. And the
I go back in the cabin.
as soon as you lower it down, it disappears again. Kevin has allowed you to see this thing.
Oh.
And it's black. It's night. The moon comes out. You can
Did
see.
Kevin get the photo or scan?
Yeah, you absolutely can. And when you enhance it, it looks like this menagerie of animal parts just slapped together to create a thing.
I go show everybody inside the house, the cabin.
Anyone who looks at that thing needs to do a conviction roll here.
Oh, okay.
My phone is special. It's in a custodial kind of way.
Got a 4.
Okay.
1. If I go crazy,
3.
You need to take a mental, Brandon, of 1. You take 1 stress from seeing that.
7.
You had to beat a 2.
Oh.
He got a 1. That's a beat by 1. He takes a 1. How'd you?
He's seen it now.
When Jackie sees that, he goes, "Oh God!" And when you see it, Amanda, you recognize it as the Baku. It eats nightmares.
Dear Lord.
Please tell me this is a fuzzy friend.
Jackie goes,
Friend new, but it is going to cause a crap ton of trouble. Especially for Jackie and I.
yeah, that thing literally eats us. We have to keep hidden from that. That thing, very well, if we use our powers too much, is probably building this house that drew its attention.
Oh, by us.
I mean, me and my friend near you.
You are
the nightmares.
Yeah.
We're met. It will quite literally eat us. It will do worse to you than we could, but it will quite literally eat us.
It very well, if it thinks you're causing trauma to a person in the dream state, it may very well mistake you for a nightmare and trying to eat you.
Okay, so.
Oh, this guy is our new best friend.
6 people.
How are you, sir? Are you feeling okay?
Why don't we just create our keys and go through the locked door?
Faye goes,
okay.
I could just open the one to that temple, but that might just be because of how close Alfred and I are.
Okay, I got it. I figured it out. Okay, so and there's this one we woke up in, which is that asshole over here. It's his nightmare.
Yeah. We hurt him, we die.
There's the Flaming Temple. That's Alfred's nightmare. That's two of the 6. I think it has to do with your nightmares where you find a key. So maybe inside that door, if we get him to open the door and confront his nightmare,
to get the key.
So we get a key. Nightmares, says Faye.
Yeah, we're gonna confront. Each world is like a nightmare world. They're connected.
And each world will have a passage. This is a maze.
Yes.
We gotta get the keys to get out.
Well, we could see Alfred. I think you should take the lead. Honestly, there should be. We know where your nightmare is.
Well, we gotta get that door open.
I want to be clear. From what I can tell from the way the sun was setting, the door is directly north. The other one's directly northeast. I'm willing to bet there's a door in all directions. And the one door directly to the north had several keys. So I'm going to take a wild shot here, says Faye. And Rocco goes, I get what you're saying. You think we got to collect all the keys, get that door open to open this door. Yeah, says Faye. I think so. Oh my God, really? Next
Again,
I'm coming home. I'm
can we-
coming home next game night.
Yeah. Can we just not deal with the deal now? We'll deal with the deal next time. I apologize if I'm not living up to my end of the bargain, but we've got other bigger problems.
I think we have to do this nightmare
Very
last, not first.
confused.
Yeah, so
Goddamn
that's what
summer
Rocco
fan.
was trying to say is this one is probably the one that unlocks once we unlock the 6-keyed door.
Maybe. So this is the last nightmare. The first nightmare is Alfred.
Well, let's go to the Flaming Temple. Your temple was lit on fire from the Denarians, wasn't it?
Yes.
So we could
the answer is
face.
yes. If the
Yes,
answer is
dear
yes.
me.
So we could face Nightmare Denarians.
Oh, at least they're only a nightmare.
God, I fucking hate you.
That's
Hey,
Alfred.
I just said this is a nightmare I faced before, and I came out of it in one piece. So it's
This is
in my past.
This is the moment where your master died and you got the Green Destiny.
Yeah, I know, but like it's burned into my memory, but it's not something I'm like fearful of, right?
So it should be easy to face.
It's the most traumatic moment of your life. It's the moment that created you as a person.
I understand that, but it's also something I faced every day.
Yeah.
So I mean,
No.
like, it's not something that's gonna like petrify me or anything, right? I fought through
No.
this.
It's the same with Batman, where it's like his greatest fear is that he didn't exist when he was a kid, because if he did, he would have been able to stop those guys from killing his parents.
Correct.
Right? So he became the person he wished existed.
Yes.
Right?
But if someone accidentally says your master's name, are you gonna freak out and say, "Oh no, Martha"?
Yes, what is
Nope.
your master's name?
I am gonna go, oh yeah, and walk through a wall.
So what is your master's name, Alfred?
Put it this way, he
Oh.
can't play beer pong anytime soon.
You're fired, Pokey.
You're fired. All right, what is your master's name?
Oh fuck! Give me a second.
Oh.
I gotta look this up.
Wayne, come on.
Jackie
If you're
Chan.
looking up Limu Bai, I hate you.
Oh my
No,
God, it should be Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Chan Gong Seng.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah. By the way, if anybody wants to know who Chen Kong Seng is, it's Jackie Chan.
Oh, is it really? Nice.
Yes.
So
That's his
Chen
real
Gong
name?
Sang?
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, bitches.
All right.
On it.
So that's your master who died and allowed you to know where the
Now
Green
this is
Destiny
animated, he's going to be in it.
Yes.
He's given another job.
Yeah, that's it. If this ever gets animated or
Yeah,
recorded,
Jackie Chan's going to be your master,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
You're manifesting
He-
this shit.
You know what? If this gets made into a movie, Jackie Chan will be old enough to play the
My
part of
master.
the master.
Yeah.
So let's take the lead. Let's head towards your name now.
All right, that's what you're gonna do.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go to your nightmare. No, we're gonna go to your nightmare. Who here can defend themselves?
Again.
I'm going to manifest the gun.
I can.
I'm good at avoiding trouble.
I will
You
go
know
with
what?
her.
You're a medic. You're good enough.
Medic stay on the outside.
I
Ansel,
have a little bit of medical experience, yes.
Ansel
Summer
says,
Faye.
I want you, if you don't mind, kid, to try and find two things. Because if that guy's phone is here, I want you to try and find his axe and my sword.
What if someone would try summoning it? It would maybe appear.
I don't summon my weapon. It's a physical thing. So if I came in here and your cell phone is here and he can summon his sword, there's a good chance that both our weapons are here too.
Oh, Kevin.
He takes out a piece of what looks like a piece of hair, and it's it's a length that's been cut in half of auburn hair, very similar color to his. And he hands it to you. He's like, "This is half of something I've wrapped into my sword. See if you can focus. I know you wizards can locate shit, so do what you can."
Yeah, I know. All right. This is two separate things, okay? I need
his dream sword.
I'll check my pockets. What do I have? Any of my little generic knick-knacky stuff?
Roll a conviction.
Manifest it. You're not even here.
It's -1, that's +1, and that's 5. So that's 6.
So you have everything you've normally carried on you, and in fact, upon doing that, you can see leaned against the wall of the cabin your white cane.
Not my hat, my white cane.
Your white cane, yeah.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
In doing that, you're like, how did I not notice that was there?
I'll just casually pick it up. Fucking dream world.
Yeah.
Then we could
In
find
my
that thing
knick-knacky stuff,
that easy.
I want to pull out a small rock.
Okay.
And, all right, so you want to find your sword, and this is connected to your sword.
Yeah, the other half is wrapped into my hilt.
Okay. So I'll carve with a little like pen knife. I'll carve like an arrow into the one end of the little rock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tie the piece of hair around it, so it's kind of like a divining rod.
Yep.
And then I'm going to create my circle and start trying to use thaumaturgy to.
When you remove some of the hair from the bind, he reaches forward to almost stop you, but then pulls his hand back and like steadies himself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bind you, dickhead.
It's not that.
All right. Let's see. So
Maybe just summon Mav here.
That's my convictions. It's 5. It's 4. +2. 6.
The stone turns, the arrow points in a particular direction, and you've got a strong belief that it's pointing directly towards the other half of that hair.
I kind of dangle it out towards him. Here you go. Follow the arrow.
He takes it and he heads off and he goes, Volus, Brandon.
Yeah.
You done for the night?
I'm fine now.
You fine now?
Almost.
Almost. Ansel says, I've got a divining stone to go find my sword. I'm going to go grab that. Get buddy guy to find your... if you have anything that you've tied onto that axe, anything you can hand him, see what he can do for you.
I go upstairs and look for my duffel bag.
Roll a conviction.
5 + 2. 7.
You go upstairs and you find a duffel bag full of guns.
Oh, I have missed you. So shiny, so fresh, so new.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
You trained like heavily with that axe, right?
Yeah. Well, I used it pretty religiously for a year.
Like callus on your hands. You almost say you bled on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Butter?
Definitely.
Well,
your
let's
blood
use
has
some of
been
your
on
blood.
that sword too, yeah. That axe.
It isn't actually here.
I know. So.
My guns are here.
It's a spiritual connection. Less of a literal.
Okay.
Well, I can work with that.
Okay.
And now I need another knicky-knack thing.
Oh, -4.
So, Brandon, your character gives him a knick-knack. Pick something.
Keychain.
Letter opener.
Oh, thank you. I stab Brandon in the arm with it.
Oh,
Get
for
that
fuck's
blood.
sake.
Yeah. You know,
You didn't need to use arterial, but that's fine. Okay.
yeah, well, it's better than what I'm used to doing with this stuff.
Dream blood for a dream axe. This is
All right, let's
this is
see
a
if
long
I can.
stretch.
That's equals out. So that's 5, 6, 7.
Okay. It immediately starts pointing in a direction.
There you go.
Is it in the basement that seems to be locked with chain?
No, you take the letter opener, and upon holding it, you can feel it pulling you to the side wall of the cabin. You feel like you probably need to go outside the cabin to follow it.
And I do that.
You go outside and you begin walking, following where this divining letter opener is bringing you.
Yeah.
As you begin walking, you go on the path that the airplane had been going on. You walk about 100 paces before you see it there, lying flat on the ground. Your axe.
And pick it up.
Yeah. It has the same radiant energy that you're used to.
Sweet.
You have
Can
it.
we,
I'll go back to the cabin.
You see Ansel running back. He's got his sword. Everybody's collected in the cabin right now.
would anybody like a gun? Anybody at all? I have many.
Rocco reaches for a gun out of your bag.
Take whatever you want. I have MAC-10s. I have shotguns. I have long.
He takes the Walther
Take it right
PPK. He's very pleased with it. The Walther.
Oh, there's an extra clip in the bag for that one.
I'll take a Glock.
Karen
I give him my
starts
Glock.
going on. Karen says, "We don't need guns. Guns kill people. We should have decided on ourselves to microphone. Someone needs to dream up a way to call for help." That Daniel boy is right.
That is
I
our
away from
There
guns.
again.
Karen.
Can we kill Karen? She doesn't even matter.
Can I pull
Anybody?
the air away from Karen?
Can you do the what? Yeah, you could.
Pull the air away from her. Just one of those, like, as we're talking, she starts talking, just kind of just pull, like, just feel like I'm pulling it away from her face.
Yep.
Karen's gonna be our punching bag, I think, this time around.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do
Amanda, would
everything
you,
short of kill her.
Nina, would you
Oh,
like
I'm
a
not
gun?
killing her. That would be against the law.
You're just gonna make her fall to her knees, gasp.
Technically, in the dreamscapes,
Yeah.
there are no laws.
Yeah,
Kind of laughs and says, "Yeah, sort of."
Invisible
When
girl.
she,
what's
when
her
she
name
drops
again?
to a knee, I'll let it go.
Aaron and Anastasia.
She's not on my screen, so I have nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you like a gun?
Down.
I don't exactly know how to use them.
Yeah,
I'll
you
pass.
I'll give her. Are you
Look
sure?
down. You're looking
I
at
have a
me.
22. Very little. You just pull the trigger and point at the bad guy.
I think I'll pass. I don't
Okay.
like causing damage to people.
Oui, I understand, but there is a monster in the sky.
It's fine.
Okay.
For shits and
I take a
giggles-
MAC-10. And
Michael,
my.
you know,
For shits and giggles, I'm gonna grab 2 guns. Just for
Sure.
shits and giggles. Probably never gonna use it, but I'll. give it
So,
the-
to Anastasia, I know you summer court are essentially wieners, but pick up a gun.
She looks at you really confused. Summer court? I'm not with them.
You give off a lot of their energy. You're really warm.
I'm
Are you hitting on her?
no, I am
Observant?
a bit of a pyromancer. Okay, there you go.
Hey,
Okay.
so quick question. In game 0, did I figure out who Anastasia was?
no. Well,
No.
you have an idea. You have a very strong idea who she is.
Because of the journal, right?
I think
Yeah.
Alfred would probably be the only one who knows exactly what I
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure before I go around saying, hey.
am.
Woo!
You know that she doesn't like advertising exactly what she is.
No.
Hey, yeah,
I understand that, but
Phoenix.
yes.
There's an order of things.
Shall we move to the night miracle of the night, gentlemen and ladies?
So Rocco goes, I see you've all decided how to treat one another. I suggest at this point we all make a pact. We stick together, we check the doors, we see which ones we can go through.
I
There's no
agree.
point in separating, and I'd include that in your little punching bag, Karen. You never know when one of the doors is going to be her door.
Yes, I bet her nightmare is getting a latte, and they said no.
She's
didn't
gasping.
kill
She
her.
says, "I will not forgive you for that. I will not forgive you for that."
Oh, Karen, take a
And you
gun.
could
I'm gonna tell you
join the
right now
list.
what I tell you every day. Shut up.
I push it. I push a 9mm through her hand and don't say anything.
Hey, Justin.
She drops it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I need to find my hat.
Okay,
And look for it
go for it.
and roll conviction.
I will use a bit of my hair.
I'm going to use the axe to try and get out.
Do it.
Ooh.
Roll a conviction to get out.
Minus
Leo,
one.
do you think he's going to
Door opens. You have 6 seconds to go through it.
Get into it.
You run through the door. Does anyone else follow him?
I follow him
Yeah.
with
We're
inhuman
all
speed.
sticking together, so yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Everybody
Alakazam.
runs through the door. The door closes after 6 seconds. You see the room that you're in. You are all laying on the ground. You're looking up at the sky. It's sunny. It's wintry. You smell the burning fire. Everything is as it is. You hear a man screaming in the fuselage of an airplane, trying to get through a door.
I think we just went into a loop.
I'm gonna look at Jackie, raise my eyebrows, and just shake my head.
But he came with us.
He is.
I
He's
know.
there. He ran through and he's
Exactly.
like,
That's why I'm doing it.
Jackie's like, you got to try.
I get that, but okay, yeah.
So
we just
we
reset
know
the
that
whole
thing. We know that thing will bring us right back here. We know that at least.
Can someone please remove the cabin?
Good to know we have a
Just
reset.
reset the whole thing.
Faye says, I'll go grab your phone. I know where it is, and starts running off to grab your phone.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Ansel runs over to get his sword.
I'll
I
get the
promise I won't knock him out this time.
I'm still standing where I was before. Fuck your portal.
Are you?
I never went through.
Yeah. So,
So he's passed out on the snow, isn't he?
yeah, he would be. Yeah. I'm just
So I
gonna.
I'm
gotta
sitting there with a
I gotta
beam in me.
go
I'm
take
gonna
care
say-
of Karen and Rocco again.
I'm gonna ad hoc the rules. If anyone goes through the door, it resets everything, and you all end
Okay.
up where you start.
I lost my die. Oh, I found it.
Do I regain the charges that I spent on Rocco then?
Roll a
So I can
conviction.
use them again on him?
He's not hurt. Nobody's hurt.
Oh, okay.
Right? Everybody is on the ground as they were, but they're not hurt.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
almost full reset.
Yeah. All it did is
I
it
want to find my
repositioned
hat.
everybody, and the house isn't there anymore. And Jackie says,
Is the monster still there?
Jackie looks to you and then looks to Neria and goes, I'm not going to build the house again. I don't want that thing coming down on us.
I
Please
understand.
don't.
Can I have
What?
my kind of
Yo, he says to Anastasia, yo, go in there and calm that guy down. He's going to draw attention soon. He's
Okay.
freaking out.
And she just calmly walks into the fuselage and is going to try and calm him down.
Yeah. Rocco goes, all right, try and manifest those guns again, Jean-Paul.
I am going to go around the plane and look for my guns.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get my axe.
Oh, I got 2.
You look for the guns, but for some reason you can't find them. It seems to be that your level of connection to it heavily is related to your force of presence. Right?
And I also do not have Kevin.
Yeah. Not Jackie. Faye returns. He hands you Kevin. Kevin goes, what in the living?
Kevin, we're gonna go look
What
for
in
my
the
phone.
sleeping God?
I'm gonna go with Kevin and look for my bag of guns.
It would be a lore check he would give you a benefit on.
Do you want
I'm
me
just-
to do any rolls to calm
I'm just gonna
down
keep
me?
looking for my bag till I
Yeah,
find
roll
it.
presence for me, Aaron.
Okay.
Oh my god, my rolls are shit.
I got a 7, Justin. I want my hat.
You find it. As you walk through, you find your cane and your hat again without problem.
Got a
Perfect.
Got a
Four.
7 while looking for my bag.
You've already rolled for it. You can't re-roll until you get.
Oh, you can't re-roll for the same
You've
thing?
already rolled. You rolled a 2. You cannot keep re-rolling.
Oh.
It's not
Okay,
an
keep
infinite
one.
roll till I get what I want type of thing.
But I had Kevin now.
Kevin
just
helps
lore?
with lore checks. You can lore check
All right.
Kevin. He gives you a +5 to a lore check. And you can't infinitely roll lore checks on the same thing until you get the number you want either.
Dad.
Got a 4 on my presence roll.
You calm him down. He's screaming that he has to, before you calm him down, he's screaming that he has to get to the microphones. They have to call for help. He doesn't want to have to do it again. Please don't make him do it again.
She'll just like put her hands, like just hold his face
Mhm.
and just be like, calm down. It'll all be fine.
Yeah. Where do I know you from?
I don't know. You seem familiar to me too.
He kind of looks at you sideways and gets real nervous, and he's just like, you see a lot of people on the street. You ever heard of dream people?
Have I?
Yeah, to the degree of like superstition about them.
Yes, I've heard of such a thing.
I've done a lot of research on that sort of stuff. The idea that, you see someone in the streets, maybe there's someone from your past. It's maybe your mind trying to tell you something. This
Maybe.
place we're in, the people we're here with, they're not good people. You need to know that.
Not good
People were-
people?
No, they're not. The people that we're with are evil. They go into
I
your
know
minds and
some
they
of
eat
them,
your
though.
souls. They eat everything that is your mind. You have to
But
be
I
aware.
know some of them.
And I don't know how many of them are these creatures, but that girl out there isn't even human. I'm telling you this right now. She's not a human.
Which one? There's 2.
Somebody who wants to curse us. He really doesn't know much about us.
Yeah. The girls outside, he says the younger one, the fairly pretty looking one out there, not the one with the hair. She's
They've
Does he
not
forget everything
done...
from the loop then?
He says she's a demon. I know that as a fact. She's tried to kill me.
Huh. Well,
And
they've
it
not
was-
done anything here now.
Yeah. And being here is more than likely her. She's more than likely the one doing this. Bringing us into my nightmare, my worst fears. The death of my parents. I almost died here. The things I had to do to survive. My name's Daniel. I don't think I got your name.
You can call me Anna.
Anna, it's me and you versus this madness right here. The other guys, the Swedish guys, there's no way we can trust those lads. There's something with them. The way they talk, how they stand, there's something about them for sure.
They just seem to be anachronisms. There's nothing to be afraid of.
No, there's something going on. The way they look at each other, the things they were talking about when they had, and that French fella, I don't know what's up with him, but there's something he's hiding for sure. That man's pure evil, manifested as a being. If I could do something to end him right now, I would, but what can we do?
He didn't seem very bad when I spoke to him.
You have to trust me. I know people. I got a feeling for people and I've never been wrong.
I start walking towards the fuselage because this conversation is going in circles. Hey, you, do you not remember the loop? We've already done this all before.
Yeah, it took me a second. It took Anna breaking me. I just wake up at the door trying to get in.
All
Come
right,
on,
let's
come
go
away
towards
from the
nightmare.
door.
Yeah. All right, so he joins the party, and Rocco says, I think realistically we need to just head to Alfred's place. There's no point in guessing on the rest. We'll go there, see if we can get that key.
One step at a time,
One
the
step.
one that we know.
Yeah.
Step
So,
by step, ooh baby, number one girl.
I need
Let's
a
call it a night. I'm
survival.
getting too tired.
I need all of you to roll a survival. We'll see how well we get there. And it's past midnight for you guys, I know. So
Yeah.
We'll do a
It's just how
survival
you
roll,
see.
and we'll continue from there. We'll probably call it a night.
Got 0.
0.
I don't have survival, so 1.
4.
Oh, the survival help?
Yeah.
I don't have survival at performance. I got performance, baby.
Then roll with no bonus. 3.
Ah, well then, it doesn't fucking matter. You get nothing. Fine.
All right, Leo, what'd you get for survival?
You with your finger dexterity,
I
Amanda.
got it.
Yeah,
What'd you get, Leo?
got
2.
3 more than me.
Amanda?
Dang.
What'd you get, Amanda, for survival? Miria, what'd you get for survival?
Sorry, 3.
3. Nice. All right, and then it's Aaron finally. Sorry for taking so long.
4.
4.
Mhm.
Well, I would say the 3 and 4 make up for the 0 and the 1 to average out to 3 across the board for this roll. So you guys make it through the cold to the hill as Faye guides you. And as you crest the hill, you see what looks like a lake. And on the other end of the lake, still sitting in the water, is a door. Just sitting at water level, at sea level, just a door sitting at the edge of the lake. It looks like a gated door. And the second you see it, Alfred, it's as sure as you've ever been about anything, that's the door to your temple. And
Excellent.
that's where we'll end tonight's session.
A session. Now that you stayed for more than 5 minutes, Mister, I like to play online games on dial-up.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna come home next 100% for next session. I'll just come home.
I bought a car.
I saw that.